is what it looks like in the morning. We've just driven from Cancun down to Playa del Carmen. It was a really easy, just 1 hour straight journey, and we are here for our first activity of the trip. This is our adrenaline activity that my husband wanted to start our trip with, and we are doing a skydive. It's also his birthday today, so we're doing a skydive for the first time. So let's go. I'm excited. I haven't really had time to overthink it, but I'm not nervous. I'm like, it's gonna happen. No two ways about it. So let's go. Skydive was absolutely amazing. The views over Playa del Carmen was so beautiful, like the water was so clear. And then from Playa del Carmen we just drove an hour down to Tulum, which is where we are right now. I have seen so much about Tulum online. I know of people who have lived here for a while, so I've been really intrigued by it, but I do know that there's lots of different areas. You've got like the hotel beach area, you've got the town, but it's definitely not like small. It is far away. I do remember people telling me that now. So it is close to sunset. We've got the waters here. Lovely. Gracias, thank you. Hello. So we went for breakfast in Tulum earlier in the town, and now we've just come down to one of the public beaches. So we've just kind of got access through here, now walking this way, because there's a lot of beach clubs in Tulum where you can't actually access the beach without going through the beach club, but this is one of the public beaches. So we just got to Casa Cenote, although we realised we had a very, very flat tyre, so he's doing this first. So let's have a little look. Okay, we are leaving Tulum now after 2 days, and did we enjoy it?
Yeah, I'm good to go to the UK.
He's good to go home already. I'm not good to go home already. But we did enjoy Tulum. I'd seen so many photos, videos of it online. Like, I did have expectations of it being kind of cool place, and it definitely reminded me of like Bali and its vibes with the cafes and the people. I think what surprised me most is just how far away things are. So when you see the popular Instagram spots, the cafes, the signs, that kind of thing, they're all not super close, which is fine, but I think you have to have that expectation before you come here that you're probably not going to see everything, especially like in 2 days. But right now we are off to the city next to where Chichen Itza is. It's about an hour and 20 minutes away from Tulum. So yeah, let's go. Bismillah. So before we got to Valladolid, which is I think how you say it, we decided to stop at Cenote Suytun. I saw this recommended on a blog post. It is one of the famous ones with like a platform where you can walk down. We're not sure whether we're going to go in the water yet. This one does look quite like a big complex. Like yesterday's one, Casa Cenote, was just quite small. This one's got a big complex, like a cafe, restaurant, everything. And they do take card for the payment. It is 200 peso per person, and they haven't charged us for any more cameras. I heard and read you do get charged for cameras, like all the cameras that you have, but they haven't charged, so we'll see. Yeah, it's cool. So a few other things to note if you are watching this video, because you are coming here, then the time actually changed. We gained an hour when we came over the border quite close to Valladolid. So we were supposed to get here around 12 o'clock, but it is now only about 11 o'clock, which is not good for our jet lag because we were already been up since about 6 o'clock. Okay, we're at our second cenote, which was just 15 minutes away. It is Oxman cenote. Glad we didn't swim in the last one though. It's like you didn't really need to swim in it, but hoping this was a cool one. Okay, yeah, this is the type of cenote we wanted to go to next, one that's a bit more jungle-ness. Pardon? So this is the viewpoint that we just saw. This is where you enter into the cenotes. It's a full kind of like complex. You've got lockers and then some showers here as well with some coconuts over the top, and like another restaurant here actually if you want to eat. Okay, good morning, buenos dias. We woke up in Valladolid, and the reason we stayed there was because it is about an hour away from Chichen Itza. I actually thought it was closer when I was planning this trip, but it's the kind of closest city town to Chichen Itza. But it was a nice city with a nice plaza and church and things like that. So I am definitely glad that we saw there, and I think we thought it gave us a bit of a taste of actual real Mexico rather than just the kind of tourist Cancun, Tulum, that kind of thing. So really glad we stayed there, and now we are basically at Chichen Itza. It is 8:30 in the morning. As I said yesterday, the time did change, so we were actually awake even earlier this morning. So here we are at Chichen Itza, and fun fact for you, this is my 7th wonder of the world. This is my last one, which is pretty cool as well because I hit my 7th continent in Antarctica. Those videos are either before this or after this, depending on when I get around to editing all of this. But it is really cool to be here. We entered at about 8:30 in the end, and it was already really busy. So if you can get here for when it opens at 8, I would probably recommend it. This is El Castillo. This is what you've seen all of the photos of Chichen Itza. Although the mistake that we did make, we just kind of came in, saw it from this first side straight away, started taking photos, and then because of the sun, we actually realized if we'd come around the other side, the photos are a little bit better. But that's just what you get, you know, when you arrive somewhere, you just want to get the photo straight away without waiting. Okay, this area is much cooler in the shade. It's really nice. There's a lot of people selling stuff, although early in the morning they're just setting up, so it's kind of nice. Hola, buenos dias.
300 pesos. This is la cocina.
Okay, so we have finished here in Chichen Itza. I got my Starbucks coffee from inside, which I am happy about. Now we are going to drive 2.5 hours kind of back through the inland to the north coast, where we are going to get the ferry to Isla Holbox from. But we are going to hope to stop at a cenote on the way because we loved the cenotes yesterday and we feel like we need another one on this trip. Although the only thing, if you are kind of following this trip, maybe you're going to do it yourself, is to bear in mind that we are now going to lose an hour because we're going to go back, we're going to cross back over from the Yucatan state. So we gained an hour yesterday, which was kind of good, but we're going to lose an hour today, and we actually have got a lot to do today, which isn't really ideal, but obviously if you're aware of it, then it's much better. So let's go, vamos, bismillah, yalla. Let's go find a cenote and then make our way to Isla Holbox. So this is the cenote we decided to go to. It was a little bit out of our way, to be honest, but I think it is going to be quite quiet. It's also next to some ruins. I just love how we're literally in the middle of nowhere right now, but then like everything is set up, like the bathrooms, the changing rooms, reception, tickets, parking, everything. Super cool. It was a super cool last cenote for us to visit. I love how open it is. Obviously you've got the waterfall, you've got some swings here as well. It's so big actually. Really, really cool one to go to. And I don't know if the like big tourist groups come here. And you can walk around the edge like this, which is super cool. Just coming up to, yeah, we've got to find somewhere to park now to get the boat over to Isla Holbox. Good morning, it is beautiful. It is 8:30 right now. Everything's quite quiet, it's not too hot, and we're actually just going to find a cafe just to do a little bit of work in for an hour or so before enjoying the day. Okay, so we have been in Isla Holbox for a whole day, 24 hours. We got here just before sunset yesterday, as you saw, and so far we are really, really loving it. Absolutely love the chilled vibe. Definitely reminds me of like Gili Trawangan in Asia, places in Thailand, and the water, the color of the water is just insane. Like even the camera, the photos, like just don't do it justice at all. But right now we are just looking for somewhere to eat. There's a lot of different places, everything's very easy to get to, which again just adds to the chilled island vibe. So we are at Alta Gula, which is a South American restaurant, and I have got this, which is the Argentinian Mila Pizza. I've got vegetarian one with aubergine underneath here. It's just like a really cute little spot. They've got lots of empanadas as well. So good morning. I've just come out on a walk and look, the tide is so far in compared to what it is like during the day. I had no idea actually. It's super, super calm. So there's not much beach, but it is really calm. Lots of people going for a walk. So I'm going to see how far along I can walk. Okay, so we are on our last day of our trip here in Mexico, our last day in Isla Holbox, and we've come out on the classic tour. So we've just got off our boat here at Chichen Island. Okay, so I am just heading to the beach for our last evening and last sunset here in Isla Holbox, but also in Mexico. We did enjoy the boat tour that we've just done, but to be honest, I think I had different expectations for it. It wasn't as good as I thought, but I think maybe we should have gone in the morning, and we also did the classic tour, and I think there are some different tours. We just didn't really do any research. So I am going to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that this has given you some ideas of what you can do in Mexico with just 1 week. We have seen so much, but we've also had time to relax and just enjoyed it as well. We haven't been constantly on the go. And if you have just watched this because you watch my videos, then I hope that Mexico is on your list. Honestly, the people here have been really friendly. We know that some people have told us like, oh, we thought Mexico is dangerous, or Mexico is dangerous, all this kind of stuff. But at least where we are as tourists around this Cancun, the Yucatan Peninsula area, yeah, we've had just really good experiences with locals, with other tourists. So definitely recommend it. Blog posts are linked below, so make sure you check those out for extra information, and I will see you in my next video, inshallah.